Hello everyone, Sableye here and welcome back to the channel. Today it is Tyranitar time. We're going to get some games on the ladder for you guys. This is the team I brought to Hartford Regionals, and T-Tar is just a really cool addition. Gave us that nice little low kick, some very needed fighting type coverage, gave us that weather control as well versus the surgence of sun teams, the rain teams that were coming around, even hail really did help out. Alright, so really cool mod to have. Felt a little nicer than Tinglu. Felt like I had a little bit more control. We did lose a little bit without Tinglu, but it is what it is. We're going to jump right into the video. Hopefully get some games with T-Tar for you guys. And I'll see you in match number 1. Alright, we're kicking things off strong today. We've got Hawlucha Azumarill on the other side of the field. But Indeedee Armarouge as well. So it's really tough to say if this is like... It almost looks like that team that we featured a little bit ago with the... from Portland. But it looks a little bit different because they have the Azumarill there. Now, the real way I look at this is I have to figure out what the Indeedee Armarouge mode is going to be, because immediately looking at this, I could see something like Aqua Jet Azumarill into Weak Armor, into Weak Armor Armarouge. I could see something like Scarf. Does the Azumarill get Flip Tomb like Scarf Flip Turn into the Armarouge to get the Indeedee in? Right? Those are things I have to be wary of, and I have to keep an eye on in best of 1. And that's what makes this team a little less optimal. Like, this is not a best of 1 team. This team is built, and Palance in general is built to be able to have tools in a best of 3 and being able to figure things out in game 1 or with the open sheets. Now, we only have this game 1, so I'm going to have to make a little bit of a call onto how I want to play this, because Hawlucha does kind of scare me immensely. I think my best option is actually Amoonguss T-Tar, and I'll explain it in 1 second. Let me lock the rest of this here. I got no time, so I'm going to have to go late game Palafin, but it's okay. Late game Palafin is not what I wanted. I was probably leaning towards Baxcalibur or Arcanine, but probably should have been Arcanine. But I want to lead Amoonguss T-Tar because it gives me the most neutral lead into everything. If they do go Indeedee Armarouge straight up, I get some Rock Slides for good spread damage. I can get Assurance that scares them out from going Trick Room. If they lead Hawlucha things, if they try to lead like self-proc with the Azumarill, I can redirect as well. If they do something like this, this is still also fine, because they're not going to go for a fighting move right now. Right? There's no world this is a fighting move. It's just never going to happen. I would imagine it's a Swords Dance. It seems like a very safe Swords Dance, especially if this is Goggles on the Indeedee, which generally speaking it would be. So to me, this is a pretty safe follow me Swords Dance play for my opponent. I am going to drop rocks, and I'm going to take this opportunity to get Palafin onto the field. And I'm just going to drop some rocks for some chip damage. I could Terra Flying, honestly, and it just seems a little safer, because there's nothing even a +2 Hawlucha is going to do that's really going to scare us right now. As long as we're connecting our rocks, this is probably fine. This is just a little safer in case I get the read wrong and they do just go for like a close combat. I guess it would be Flying Press into they'd have in this case, but regardless, this covers if I get the read wrong. It could just be follow me rock Swords Dance. I'd be shook if it's anything else, but I'm gonna cover my options here. Not as much as I'd want to, but I do cover my options. It's actually gonna be a Detect. Kind of odd, maybe just kind of scout out. I'm okay with this, honestly. Like, I'm really okay with this now. Like, I get my Palafin set up for late game. They do see that I'm trying to drop rocks. I still think it's a Swords Dance here. Like, I'm still fully expecting Swords Dance. So actually, I'm not going to reset my Palafin here. I'm just going to use this as a Wave Crash. I'm going to try and kill off the Indeedee here. Wave Crash rocks. It just seems correct. Like, this covers if they don't tear, I get some good damage into Hawlucha. I don't think they're doing much at neutral into me. Like, yeah, they're going fast, but they're not putting pressure on right now. Right? I don't feel threatened enough to swap out Palafin. Palafin can put in a lot of work right now for some good damage. I could double Hawlucha with something like a Wave Crash Assurance and try to just get the knockout to punish in like a no follow me. It just seems a little unnecessarily risky, but I should have done it. I really should have. They're going to follow me anyways. The important thing is that I'm killing Indeedee here, that I try to kill Indeedee here. Right, there's the Terra Steel, which it's gonna be a Swords Dance here, and they're using this to keep themselves into do not get jet punched, right? Which is completely fair. There's a sword touch. No follow me. I should have just doubled Hawlucha. I really should have just doubled Hawlucha. This is going to be on me if I take this out. I knew I should have done it, but it just seemed unnecessarily risky in a best of one. But I should have gone for it. Psychic, is this going to be... This isn't enough to kill, is it? Yeah, no. Okay, so as long as I have Palafin for a late game, I'm okay. Yeah, Rocks isn't going to kill. Assurance would have been by far the best play. Still an interesting endgame, because we are still stalling out turns. They should Psychic my Amoonguss switch in here. It's a pretty obvious play. I'm going to low kick Hawlucha. Now, I know Hawlucha is not that heavy, but I don't want to miss a Rock Slide. If I do get the attack off, low kick I'm sure is going to be stronger than a resisted Terra Flying. And I guess the stab assurance is just probably the most consistent thing I can go for. So we'll go for that. I don't think T-Tar's dying to a +2 anything that Hawlucha can go for right now. Like, it's going to hurt. It's going to scare me. But I don't think it's enough. Yeah, okay. That is more than fine. We're going to get rid of this Indeedee here. It's still a little shaky, but that's not killing me. There's no shot. Yeah. No shot. I will go down this turn, but it put me in a spot now where I have my Amoonguss on the field safely, and I got rid of Indeedee. We're still slowly stalling out the Psychic terrain. Not like it's, oh my goodness, we're in a great position. I should have just done it 2 turns ago, but it's okay. It's okay. T-Tar did enough. I had a better read, had a read on it, didn't take it, but Chip by Sand, they're not Chip by Sand anymore. I could go Fluttermane and just redirect and like hardcore like drop like a Shadow Ball, which is definitely something I'm considering right now because Palafin doesn't provide a lot. Palafin provides a lot more in the end game once the terrains are gone. So we'll see what they want to opt for here. It's going to be their Fluttermane. Now, ideally, they're not that. Please be special and not speed. Perfect. That I can actually work with. So, turns of... This is really, really rough. This should be acrobatics in the Fluttermane every single day of the week. So, I'm going to try and cover for that with Little Rage Powder. And I'm also going to hard Shadow Ball into the Fluttermane. If I can kill the Fluttermane, there's a chance a Jet Punch can drop Hawlucha with a crit. But we are not in a very good spot right here. I'm hoping with the faster Flutter, which we really should be in a scenario like this, especially if they're booster special attack. Acro is going to kill off my Amoonguss, which was going to happen day in, day out. Nothing I can do there. Shadow Ball should be enough to kill off Fluttermane. Yep. We are going to go first. Specs is going to take it out. The biggest problem is going to be the terrain that's up. I should have just doubled Hawlucha the previous turn. If I do on the turn day Psychic, I just win. Like Wave Crash Assurance just kills Hawlucha. I think it's just GG. But I think the concept was there. I got that one turn wrong. I think that's the big issue here. It's going to be Shen. Okay. If they... No, there's no play, right? Because they, like, I can't Jet Punch, but they can't Sucker Punch. But then next turn, I'm still losing, right? Like, unless Fluttermane lives a +2 thing, I'm losing this game. I think I'm losing this game regardless, right? Like, I have no chance. I need them to mess up. If they think, like, I need them to think Ice Spinner is going to kill Fluttermane, and then have them not actually get the KO where they need it, and then have the Hawlucha go into the Palafin, but they have no reason to do that. Yeah, they have absolutely zero reason not to make the play this way. Palafin is too low at this point. This will just be either a Sacred Sword or even an Ice Spinner probably wrap this one up. Sacred Sword. Okay, we're gonna drop the forfeit here. There's that one turn, literally that one turn. If I just expected them to follow me, but I had no reason to expect to follow me. Like they follow me, they follow me. I covered for not really a lot. I shouldn't have covered for it. Also, may have technically burned my Terra too early on turn 1, right? Like, where they just protected. If I don't Terra there, then they're still into the concept that, like, oh, hey, I can still go for fighting moves, right? Like, I definitely revealed my hand too early in that game, but it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I'm the type of player that makes the adaptation, but in Game 2 and Game 3, they're like, I dropped so many Game 1s, it's not even funny. We'll get into Game 2 for you guys, though. Joe, we got Pelipper, though. Well, we said we wanted weather. We said we wanted weather, so we've got a Pelipper now. No real way to abuse the weather, which is actually really good for me. So I might not even bring T-Tar here. Like normally, like I'd be like, oh, I need to reset the weather, so like I'll bring the T-Tar into this. But the rain probably just helps me. Like the rain probably just makes my Palafin go crazy, right? So I'm gonna lead Palafin. I'm a little worried about like the Shenpao D-Knight stuff, especially like I think I actually do lead T-Tar. Mainly because of Chi Yu Flutter. Now this is normally where like Ting Lu, this is a matchup where Ting Lu really excels in because I can just kind of lead Ting Lu into this and sit on the field, right? And I don't have to worry about which lead they go for because Ting Lu is pretty safe into pretty much everything. Whereas T-Tar isn't really the super safe option here into everything, but it does help out when it does help out. Like it's pretty decent into Shenpao D-Knight when I know if there's Sacred Sword or not. I don't know if there's a Sacred Sword here. I don't know if there's Specs Flutter. I don't know if there's Specs Chi Yu. Right, and we'll see. It should be fine. It should be fine to lead this. I'm gonna bring Arcanine in for Intimidate. I can guarantee the Intimidate on at least one of them. It's a Fire type move switch, Fire type switch in anyways. I could force backs, but late game Flutter cleans too nicely. Like, and this is my problem with Fluttermane in the format. It's just so hard to build a team without it because it's just so it's just such a good late game cleanup that not bringing it here would be a crime. You know, like I wanted to go Bax. Like Bax has value here, right? Like puts on a lot of work. I can Terra Poison. I can get through some things, right? I put pressure on a Dragonite. All in all, it's a pretty decent play, but just didn't have enough for it. So this is swap into Arcanine and Terra Flying Rock Slide. As much as I don't want to do it, I have to cover for the fact of best of one. And I have to cover for the Sacred Sword that may or may not be there. Rocks is still the correct play. We're breaking a sash on the Shenpao as well. We might get to see the multi-scale as well. If there's multi-scale and I get a double Intimidate, this is really, really good. Chances are it's going to be Banded Terra Normal though, and Inner Focus, so we're not going to get that off. However, Rocks is just my most consistent play. They might see that they don't need to Terra, because like right now they're resisting the Wave Crash, which is something they might want to consider for later. But regardless, Rock Slide is going to do damage here, right? And we'll see. We'll just see what happens. Honestly, like it's a little shaky here, but we'll see. We should be good. This is my safest play possible. It's not like the best play, but if they like Ice Spin or E-Speed into my T-Tar, it's a little sad. But did we actually get that Intimidate? I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention. Here's a normal though, right? Normal. Alright. I'm expecting E-Speed, Ice Spin, or E-Speed Protect. Something along those lines here. If they do drop Giga Impact, we cry, and I might as well just end the recording. But we're going to see what happens here. We're tearing. They already teared normal, so obviously their Dragonite was going to be faster. That was never a question. I could have low kick. Like, I could have hard called this and just clicked low kick. But, like, that was super risky, and best of one, like, I don't know. Best of one close sheets is just, I'm not, without a team that's built for it, I can't take those risks, right? I'm expecting just an E-Speed. I'm really not expecting anything fancy. This could go into Arc. It's gonna hurt. Once again, though, revealed my Terra too early. Don't miss. Please don't miss, T-Tar. Okay, thank you. But once again, revealing my Terra a little too early. That does look like multi-scale. So we did get the Intimidate on that Dragonite. We do break the Sash on the Shenpao. Like, we're in positions to do things, right? Like, we're not that far out of this. So, like, E-Speed kills Arc, but a -1 Shenpao isn't going to kill me. So I'm going to low kick the Shenpao, honestly. And just going to... I'm going to double Shenpao. Like, if I lose Arc and I kill the Shenpao, it's a fair trade. Like, I think killing Shenpao here is a very fair trade for me. Like, Ice Spinner's not going to kill me now that they're -1. I'll lose my Arcanine. Yes, I Terra Flying, but I'm not dying to this. And then low kick takes out Shenpao. And I'm okay with this. The Dragonite's locked into E-Speed, presumably. Icicle Crash might get the KO. No. Okay, we're good. T-Tar is going to get the low kick. Shenpao is not the heaviest mon, but 4 times weak. It's gone. I think it's based like 80. If I had to guess, I think like, I honestly don't know. Maybe that's so. Honestly, considering I brought this team to a regional, I really should know how much base power low kick is into Shenpao, but we don't. So here we are. Fluttermane's. Actually, I'm gonna Palafin first, and I'm gonna switch out T-Tar into my Fluttermane because T-Tar right now is an easy is an easy E-speed target. Yeah, okay, perfect. T-Tar is a very easy E-speed target, so I'm going to save the T-Tar, going to switch it out, and I'm going to just Jet Punch the Flutter Mane. It's going to get nowhere near to a kill. We'll see what their booster is. Please be speed. Speed would be really nice. Beautiful. You ever just like ask for something and then it happens and it just feels really, really good? I could protect here to cover for like the double into Palafin, but I don't think they're ever doubling Palafin. Flutter seems like a pretty safe switch in here. Like it's such an easy E-speed pick-off into the T-Tar that like you might as well go for it. So like I could be wrong and I could get this very wrong and lose the game right here. Because like if I do get this wrong and they do double, that's fine. That's fine. That's more than fine, actually. Got that part wrong, and that one hurts. But it's still okay. This is still okay. Because I am going to take the Shadow Ball with my Flutter Mane. I'm not dying since they're speed boosting. And I'm going to Jet Punch. Yeah, okay. So the play is Jet Punch into Dragonite to cover the Dragonite switch out into Chi-Yu. That would allow me to die to the Shadow Ball from their end. If my Jet Punch goes into the Chi-Yu switch into Chi-Yu is dying, and then their Flutter Mane's not killing me, they're going to stay on the field. That's fine. Fact of the matter is, I just simply need to survive with Flutter Mane here. That's what this turn comes down to. Am I surviving this Shadow Ball? And I think the answer is yes. I should tank. I do tank. Beautiful, thanks to the fact that you're speed boosting. Special defense drop's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Down goes the Flutter Mane here. This is interesting, actually. Because it's one of those ones where Dragonite can't touch Flutter Mane, but I don't know if Flutter Mane can clean on what's their side of the field. This should be the last turn of Sand, so I definitely am going to swap out Palafin and sack my T-Tar here. Or I'll swap my Flutter Mane out depending on what comes in on their side of the field. But we'll see what's here. It's gonna be the Chi-Yu. Okay. This is one of those annoying turns. This is the last turn of Sand, correct? Yes. Okay. So I'm locked into Shadow Ball right now. That's not a good spot to be. There's a way to win this. Let me figure this one out. So E-Speed hits Palafin here every day of the week. But I don't think I can cover for it. This is the fact that I only have 4 seconds left. I'm gonna have to analyze this endgame after because I think there's a lot of potential options this turn. But I went for the Protect on Palafin, looking for I don't like that play on their end at all. I don't like that play on their end at all, but I mean, it's going to work for them. Like, I respect the Protect on the Sand is done, right? So if they were looking to get my Flutter Mane to go down, it's not going to happen, right? The Sand is gone, and that's why I made the switch. So they can E-Speed Palafin here. I also have the opportunity where they're also out of E-Speeds too, right? They've used 5 now because that's 5 turns of Sand. So they've used 5 E-Speeds. So they should Dark Pulse T-Tar, allowing me to get Flutter Mane on the field safely. And T-Tar is going to click Rock. Now they could just Heat Wave, but if they Heat Wave, I don't think they actually get the KO. I'm gonna Rock Slide. This is really, really risky if they Heat Wave and I lose Flutter Mane. I probably could have low kicked because low kicking wins me the game as well. Low kicking into Dragonite. Like, Dragonite's the one I need to kill. I get the E-Speed call. Is it a Heat Wave? It is a Dark Pulse into my T-Tar. T-Tar's gone. Okay. So they have 6 E-Speeds now. This is such an annoying endgame. Wait, no, I win. What am I talking about? I win. I win. It's over. It's over. We got it right, guys. It's fine. We got it right. It's over. It's fine. We got it right. I Protect Palafin and I Dazzle. And that will kill off their Banded Dragonite, or presumably Banded Dragonite. I Protect over here. Then Palafin cleans up the TU. So Little bit of a interesting endgame. I'm happy they didn't Heat Wave. A Heat Wave there probably wins them the game because it probably kills my T-Tar from that range. I don't actually know if it does. Given the fact that they're Life Orb, I think Heat Wave wins the game. But I did get the positioning correct to win this one, I think. So this will be Gleam. It should kill off the Dragonite after E-Speed goes into Palafin's Protect. Yep, E-Speed into Palafin's Protect. They revealed Life Orb. We're faster than Chi-Yu. Gleam comes out, wipes out the E-Speed pressure. Jet Punch then kills Chi-Yu on the following turn. Annoying, but we got the win. Annoying, but we got the win. And honestly, what really good game. Really, really happy with this one. But they're going to Dark Pulse. They have to kill Flutter Mane. There's no reason they not to. And now Jet Punch cleans up Chi-Yu unless there's some sort of prior. Yo, imagine if Chi-Yu got Sucker Punch and they just like teched it. Just boom, Sucker Punch. I also could have actually Moonblasted Chi-Yu there, but if I Moonblast Chi-Yu and I miss the KO, I take the L. Whereas killing the Dragonite is guaranteed every single day of the week. Right? Like, the concept is I can Moonblast Chi-Yu, and if I get the kill on Chi-Yu, then Dragonite can no longer touch Flutter Mane, it's over. But it's just I get the guaranteed kill on to the Dragonite, so I might as well take that one. But that was an interesting endgame. Like, I had to get those two turns right. I think if they would have Heat Wave though, they had it. We'll get to game 3 for you guys, and we're gonna get Sun. You know, when you want to use T-Tar and you want to feature T-Tar, this is one of those feature T-Tar moments, you know? And normally, generally speaking, the line is pretty straightforward here. However, it's not so straightforward anymore because they have a Garganacl, and I need to make sure I have an answer to that at some point. So, I am going to lead T-Tar, just straight up. If they want to lead Sun, they can go ahead and do that. Actually, no, it's Flutter Amoonguss here. It's still Flutter Amoonguss T-Tar. Generally speaking, it's either Arc or Bax. But I want Palafin strictly to have big damage pressure into Garganacl. Normally, I wouldn't be bringing Palafin. Right? Now, I think because I'm bringing Palafin, I wonder if I lead Flutter Pala. I don't love this lead because if they do lead to King Gambit, I don't have pressure onto it. But it's gonna have to be what I go for here. It's a little shaky, but once again, not knowing what the Garganacl does, not knowing how they want to go ahead and approach this, is I'm gonna try and just lead Palafin. Now, I think this is a mistake. I shouldn't be bringing Palafin into this matchup, and I'll probably realize that here in this game 1, that I don't really necessarily need the Palafin. But it's gonna be Torkoal Jump Fluff, and I'm not gonna complain about this. This is more than fine if you ask me. Because yeah, we get to drop the Sun by switching Palafin out for T-Tar. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm going to Specs. I'm just gonna take the KO on Jump Fluff while I have it, and I'm gonna get T-Tar in. Now, if they're Sash Jump Fluff, good for them. I mean, I'll still take this turn. They might try to get me to sleep, but I think I'm in such a good enough position at this point. With my Palafin set up, we're not really complaining. We should be okay here. I don't need that Photosynthesis boost. Like, yeah, it was cool to have the speed, but I was still going to be slower than the Jump Fluff. This just makes things 20 times better for me. You know, it hinders the amount of damage that the Torkoal can really do. I get big damage into Jump Fluff. I'm outpacing it now as well. This should pick up the KO unless they're like insanely bulky, which, I mean, granted they could be, but they actually are. Okay. Jump Fluff is going to click the tail, and I mean, I'm still in a pretty fine position. Like, sure, Overheat, you're going to see the switch out. Now, that did a lot of damage. You're going to see the switch out from the Torkoal now. Not great because of the Jetpack. I honestly was expecting to get the kill. If we got the kill, I was fine. I really just expected the kill. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe that's not knowing my calcs. Maybe they're just bulkier than I expected, but I was fully expecting kill. I'm still okay here. Like, it's not like, oh my goodness, we're in a terrible spot. So, they're actually going to go into Flutter Mane, which makes this even nicer for me because it gives me a free switch into my Amoonguss next turn. There's the chip. I wonder if they don't have Great Tusk. They're chipped there too. Okay, so one more turn of Sand and Jump Fluff is gone. I'm going to let T-Tar take a turn of sleep, and I'm going to get Amoonguss on the field. And I'm just going to Rocks. Yeah. So, the concept here is now that I'm just going to save Flutter Mane, because if they do have Great Tusk plus Sun in the back, which we know we've seen the Torkoal, that I'll get my speed boost, and then my Flutter Mane late game can outpace that Great Tusk, so I am preserving this piece. It's also just really good damage into like a Garganacl late game as well. They're actually going to switch out the Jumpluff. It's going to be the Sun, I presume. Okay, Torkoal can come in. I'm okay with this. It's probably going to be sacrifice my T-Tar next turn. But I'm still getting good damage with Rock Slide. Flutter Mane is not picking up a KO here. They could Terra Fairy Moonblast, but I guess if there's specs and special attack boosting, it's problematic, which maybe we're going to see right here, which is very concerning, but because I'm out of sand now, right? So I probably do die. Should have got a Amoonguss on the other side, but I'm thinking this is just a Gleam. Yeah, this is just a Gleam. They're looking to pick off my Flutter. Yeah, okay, beautiful. That is fine. We're going to get hopefully some rocks to connect here. Rocks are going to double connect. T-Tar is looking good. All right, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So now we have questions, right? Now we have questions. I mean, I think it's a pretty safe Spore over here into the Coal. Since they were special attack boosts, they do have Tailwind up for how many turns though? 2? So I gotta be smart here. I'm willing to bet that that's like Specs Flutter. So I could Spore the Flutter, but I think I'm gonna Spore the Torkoal. Like, I know they're not Goggles, so I can safely get that Spore. The Flutter Mane shouldn't be Goggles. I think I'm gonna sack. I'm just gonna let T-Tar go. T-Tar's done his job. Like, I've lost the Weather War at this point, but I'm okay with that. Like, I've done my job here with T-Tar, I think. Like, we get the Spore off into the Torkoal, and then Palafin comes onto field and starts cleaning. Like, yeah, there's my berry. Spore goes into Coal. Oh, they're faster than me? I mean, I know they have Tailwind, but still, they're not min speed then. Okay. Crazy. That's still not great, but honestly, I've seen worse. I've been in worse positions, so I'm not mad. It's a little annoying, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's okay here. So, unfortunately, I do have to lock Shadow Ball because Tailwind is still up. Which, more or less, should be fine. This is Jet Punch Flutter Mane. It should be enough to get the KO despite the Sun being up. And I have to go Shadow Ball in the Coal. This gets interesting now. I was really just I know they had Tailwind. I was just expecting to be faster. I need this kill. I absolutely need this kill. It's gonna be close. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good job, Palafin. Alright, so the Rock Slide tip helping out right there. Shadow Ball gonna clear off Torkoal. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't block like Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast here, because like that would have been optimal. But I had to go Shadow Ball just on the fact that like they were in such a good position. Okay, I needed to kill Torkoal. I didn't want to risk a Heat Wave coming out. Like, I should have Moonblasted though. I didn't realize they were gonna help it. It is Great Tusk. This gets annoying now. Jumpluff is in. Jumpluff should not have Protect. So this is going to be Jet Punch into Jumpluff. They're going to lock Earthquake. The problem is they have Tailwind for 1 extra turn. Right? And that's where losing the Amoonguss early hurts me. Because if I don't lose Amoonguss, I can stall out the Tailwind and then be in this position where my Flutter Mane is just faster than Great Tusk, which is why I saved it. But the fact that they still have that Tailwind up for 1 more turn is really, really annoying. So this is a Jet Punch into Jumpluff. And it's going to lock Shadow Ball into Great Tusk. And it's really just going to come down to can I stall out Sun. They're going to Terra Fire. I'm sure of it. The Terra Water. Okay, now it's over. Why are they Terra Water? Why are they Terra Water? Now it's over. Like, I can't maneuver that one. Jet Punch does kill the Jumpluff. I mean, it's not over if I can somehow stall out Sun, but I think they're doing too much damage here. Oh, they're not. Hold up. They're not Scarf. They are not Scarf. Everybody pause. Everybody pause for a minute. Everybody pause for 1 minute. I still don't think I win. They're Life Orb as well. Okay. Palafin, buddy. And there's 1 more turn aside. Alright, well. Yeah, we're gonna take this one. Okay. Alright, them not being Scarfed won us this game. because now Sun is gone, and I know it's a Great Tusk, I know it's resisting the Jet Punch, but there's really no resistance to Jet Punch that's taking less than this much damage now that Sun is gone. So Jet Punch should clean this. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Yeah, let's go! Alright, Palafin putting in work, and honestly, that's a matchup that I did lose the positioning early game, and mid game, honestly. But Palafin, we just somehow managed to do enough. Like, I got that turn 1 incredibly wrong, where I thought Jump Bluff was gonna die, it didn't. I got that other turn wrong where I forgot Torkoal was going to be faster than me in Tailwind. Got that one wrong. Lost my Amoonguss way before I needed to. Thankfully, though, I did enough damage early on with the T-Tar and just forced them around a little bit. Like, I got enough damage so that Jet Punch could clean. And honestly, if I didn't, it was over. But got enough damage off. Palafin clutched that one out. But yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. If you guys do enjoy this content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I do appreciate it. With that, though, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you all so much for checking out the video, and I will catch you all in a future video.